Good morning, quilt people and seekers of the world. Oh, it's early. And clearly becoming winter because, the sun isn't even up yet. Anyhow, today's topic, how to be happy. Really? Today? Yes, today. I love this topic, how to be happy, right? Because it ultimately describes whether we have any level of personal power or not, right? It's why loneliness, and remember that video I did on loneliness, was so pivotal in understanding personal power, right? Because those who identify as lonely don't have much personal power. They don't have the ability to go out and make friends, right? They just sit in their wounds and they sit at home and it's have a little pity party. Well, loneliness is literally the easiest thing to cure. Just go find another lonely person, right? But a lot of people don't have it in and of themselves, and that's not a judgment call, right? If you're in that place and you identify as a lonely person and you can't muster the energy and muster the personal power in order to go out and make friends, right? Or go volunteer somewhere, or go find somewhere where you can plug into and belong, because that's all it takes, right? But that's the thing. All this, how to be happy, right? The whole thing. If you just get one thing out of all of my videos, it's this. It's all up to you. All of it. Your happiness, your personal power, your place in life, your sense of well-being, your wealth, right? Your place in standing in the world, your ability to be seen and heard. That's not up to others, and we often think that it is. It's not. And it's not just finding the right audience either. It's conducting yourself in a way where in the world you are heard. In the world, you show up and affect the room instead of standing there like a mouse and waiting for the room to affect you. Right? In my shamanic healing sessions with people, I have an exercise, and we've done it once before on here, but let's do it again because it's a really good way to get back to happy, right? Because ultimately that's the goal in all of this, right? What's the point of doing all this work if we're just still sad and lonely? That's not it. That's not it at all. So let's do this exercise. I love this exercise. I want you to think about when you were the most happy or the best feeling you've ever had in your entire life. Maybe it was watching someone graduate, or maybe it was Christmas morning, or maybe it's your birthday, or maybe it's the end of school heading into summer. And it can be anything you've ever experienced in your entire life. Think about your favorite feeling to inhabit within yourself. What's that feeling? Okay, yeah. Give me some of that feeling. Give me some of that feeling. Give me some of that feeling, right? And just feel it, and feel it really big, right? Now feel it even bigger. Make that feeling take up all your cells, right? In your entire body. Create it and hold it within yourself really big. Really, really, really big. Okay, now close your eyes thinking about that feeling. The best feeling you've ever had in your entire life. Now think about it as a color. What color are you? What color is your aura when you're inhabiting that space, right? What is your personal assigned color for this experience? For me, it's dark blue. I don't know why it shows up that way, but it does. And so when I think about that, and this is why I do it with clients, is so that they can have an association to get back to that feeling really quickly. When you identify a feeling with a color or another expression of your mind, it's easier to tap back into it, right? So whenever I'm feeling off or I'm feeling not full of personal power and I want to get back to that best feeling in the world, I just go to dark blue, right? And I'm driving in my car and I'm just totally dark blue. And I have a dark blue cape that's behind me that's trailing by a mile as I'm driving. And I'm feeling awesome. And I just continue to fill that feeling into my container and bring it in and feel it bigger and feel it bigger. Do you have the ability to do that? Because that's all it takes. Do you have the ability to fill your personal container with an expression of you of your choice? Do you have the personal power to do that for you? Or are you merely an expression of reaction to what's happening in the world? Where are you focusing? Because so many people are like, well, I can't be happy in this world. Look around. Everything is terrible. Yeah, it's because that's what you're looking at. You're looking for things that are terrible in order to promote that idea within your mind. Trust me, there is as much good on this planet as there is bad. Where are you focused? Because if you're focused on the world and mind of man, you will only see craziness and chaos. But if you are only focused on the mind of God, then you will only see beauty. Even in the chaos, you will only see beauty. The world of man, like for me, lives down here. And I could focus on the down here things. I could focus on the crazy. I could focus on all the people who are trying to figure it out, but don't yet have a clue. I could focus on them, on their lovelessness, on their inability to feel what they're putting out in the world. The unconscious can wound others and not feel it as a wound themselves. The conscious can't hurt another without feeling that pain themselves. So where are you focused? Are you focused down here on the chaos, on the news, on the whatever, blah, 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 blah? Or are you focused in a higher place? Are you focused where things look good? And even in the chaos, things are just working themselves out, and you can trust that this is what is required, because in this moment, in God's world, there's only perfection. It's a really big statement, isn't it? There is only perfection. Can you see it? Can you see the perfection in the evolution of man and all the crazy? Because that's what it is, right? And evolution is often chaotic and messy. And that's what we're witnessing, right? And it will always be that way, because man will always be evolving. And so you can personally attach to that. You can personally attach to the troubles in the Middle East. You can personally attach to what politicians are doing. You can personally attach to what's going on in the world, and you will see lack and you will see lovelessness. Because they're just trying to figure it out. But that's not you. You can focus your mind on beauty. You can focus your mind on love. Spend more time in nature. That's real. What's going on in the news? That's not real. And the difference between those two things is whether it lives in the real world or not. Illusion, attaching to the timeline, is what humans do. And so they're like, well, this happened and that happened and this happened and that happened and that's unacceptable and this is going on. And that's all ego. That's all story. And the number one enemy in the work is always illusion, the unreal. And that's what the timeline is, right? So when we recognize that there's only crazy on the timeline, and that the timeline is all illusion, and that you can't participate in the crazy without being crazy, right? And that when we get to the place where we can let that all go, right? We can let that all go. And we just for ourselves exist. And we just for ourselves check in. And we just for ourselves connect to happiness and joy and love, right? Because when you're focused your mind in the right place, joy is the expression. When you focus your mind on what you're manifesting, where you're going, what you're looking forward to, when you're focused your mind there on what you're looking forward to, you can't help but light up, right? I'm looking forward to, my books becoming films. I'm looking forward to, the evolution of my personal self. I'm looking forward to all this success. I'm looking forward to being a partner in this company that's changing the landscape of how we build buildings. I'm looking forward to developing 7 sustainable communities on the planet that will be a new data point for how we live, how we interact, how we get around, how we eat, how we thrive. I'm looking forward to doing all that. I'm looking forward to changing the world. I'm looking forward to changing the dynamic of how we see things on planet Earth by helping people get back to happy. You can't look forward to your life without lighting yourself up. So that is correct, because we know that God speaks to us not in, by way of like a burning bush. God speaks to us by way of pain. God speaks to us by, that is not correct. You're experiencing pain. Go the other way. If we just follow happy, we will be on the right course. If we just follow joy, we will be on the right course. God speaks to us by pain. Don't do that. Go the other way. So when your mind is in a place of anxiety or stress or depression, right? That's ourselves using our own imagination to harm ourselves. No one's asking you to do that. You're just participating in it because you don't have another plan. And so the mind is left unchecked. And so it starts to devour itself. Go the other way. Look forward to what you're manifesting. Look forward to joy. Look forward to the evolution of the chaos of man on earth, because it is through that we will be delivered. Embrace the chaos, right? And when you don't attach to the chaos, like you're just over here with your popcorn, like, oh, look at man, look what we're doing now. Oh, we're doing like fascism in America. Oh, wow, I didn't see that coming, but okay, that's what we're doing. Fascism in America, like blatantly so. And that's just where we are. But that doesn't have any meaning for me, because I am not America. I am not, yes, I'm a little tiny piece of America, but I am not America, and I can detach from all the crazy because none of that is me. I'm not responsible for that. I'm not responsible for others. I'm only responsible for me. And I know that the only way we're going to get ourselves out of this crazy is to find joy. So it is an act of rebellion in the chaos to find joy, because it is the way out, and to be a way shower for others to joy is how we take it all down. We're going to pride parade our way to success. We're going to pride parade our way to the evolution of joy. We're going to pride parade our way out of duality. If you're still living in duality, where there's a bad guy in your mind, you ultimately are the bad guy. You can't blame the bad guy without being the bad guy. You're the bad guy if you're seeing a bad guy. However, if you're seeing someone who needs help, if you're seeing that we are all one, and that person who is acting incorrect or loveless isn't bad, they just need help getting back to love, right? But we judge, and we see others, and we see things we don't like, and we're like, yeah, that's not good. No way. That person is bad. People are not bad. They're often misinformed. They're often in pain, right? Because it's easier to be angry than it is to be hurt. A lot of bad people in the world are just hurt. They're disappointed, they're disillusioned, they're scared, they don't understand. They feel like no one's there for them, so be there for them. You can break down the emotional wall of anyone if you don't attach to their crazy. if you show up as an individual next to another individual who's not feeding energetically on one another, if you can individuate again, right? And just be there, sovereign from everything and everyone. Show them that's possible. Show them that they can light their own lights. Show them that they have the ability within themselves to be their own source of love eternally and forevermore. Show them they don't ever have to look outside of themselves for anything. Show them how to fill their own container with joy and light and love. Because that's totally possible. It's just people, like, they don't understand the rules of energy work. They will literally go around languaging their problems and then wonder why they have problems. To language the problem is to worship the problem. To language the, successes and the way forward is to worship the way forward. Again, what are you attaching your mind to? Are you doing that consciously? Most people are not. They just see the world as it is, and then they language the world back what they see, and they have no personal power. They're not choosing their reality. And you should. You should be choosing what lives in your world and what does not. I go through my day going, yeah, this is me. This is me. I choose this in my day. I choose this in my day. Oh, no, that doesn't exist. I don't see that. I don't participate in it, right? And I'm judging it by its energy signature, right? Is it bringing me goodness and joy? Is it bolstering my sense of place in the world? Or is it there to cause me fear and pain? We went over to a friend's house the other day. And I get it. They're part of the Jewish community that's feeling very triggered right now, right? And there's a lot going on for them and their kids who live over in Israel. And they, on their phone, have an app that alerts them to when there's a bomb threat in Israel. They're in the war. They're living the war. They see the war. They're dialed in. I mean, they are on that edge every single day because of the chaos in the world, and they don't know how to do anything about that. Personal power. I am bigger than those problems. Those problems are in my control, not out of my control. We do not understand how powerful we are. When you're in the war, you're in the war. When you're in the solution, you're in the solution. I give myself peace. I grant the entire planet peace. Right? I trust that our evolution of this world and of these people will be everything that it should be. I grant it to the planet, and I see the path forward that is nothing but healing and light and love, where we can show people there is no duality. It is not us versus them. We are just one. We are one. And if I see anyone who's acting some kind of way that's low vibration, that is anger, that is hurt, I understand. They're not bad. They just need love. Right? Are the two sides of the Middle East understanding that? Are they understanding that to fight for peace is chaos? That to participate in justice is chaos? Drop the justice. There is no justice without chaos and war. No. Don't do that to you. Be gentle with you. Right? Fill your container not with war. Fill your container with love. So if you're wondering how to be happy, it's all up to you. It's all self-granted. If you are not granting yourself happiness, you will not be happy. If you are not looking for love, you will not see it. If you are not looking for beauty on earth, you will not see it. Because there's war, and there always will be. Because that's the human expression, right, of us trying to figure ourselves out. And maybe someday we won't be watching films where one human is harming or killing another. Maybe one day we won't see that as entertainment. Maybe one day we will evolve to the point where we see that as horrifying. But we're not there yet, are we? So how can you be happy in a crazy world that's violent? And again, it always will be. That's the part you got to wrap your mind around. And so it's not about them. It's not about trying to arrange the external world in a certain way, because the external world will always be chaos trying to figure itself out. You got to separate yourself from the chaos in order to have any sense of freedom, peace, love, light, right? Grant it to yourself. Anything you do not have, emotionally or otherwise, emotionally, financially, spiritually, right? Anything you do not have is that which you haven't granted to yourself. There is no one else. There's no one else in this game. It's you and you. No one else. Do not think about them. Do not try and take care of them. Unless you have gotten to the point where you can fully take care of yourself, right? But a lot of us try to take care of others while also needing, and that's where it gets really ugly, right? Heal yourself. Take care of yourself. Put yourself first. Be not just selfish, but centered in self. To separate yourself from the crazy is where you find happiness. You won't ever solve it. You won't ever. You just have to kind of accept it that we live in an insane asylum called Earth, right? Worship the solution. Talk about the solution only. Vibe with the solution only. Right? Oh my gosh, we went over these Jewish friends' house the other day, and it just spelled it all out for me. She was languaging things like people suck or everyone is terrible. So everyone in her world is going to show up what? Oh, she's manifesting. How you language your life, how you describe your life is what you're manifesting. So all she was saying is everyone is terrible, everyone sucks. Okay. That's how everyone is now going to be showing up for you. So it will be like actually reinstating your belief, because that's what you're manifesting. I don't say words like that. I understand my own power to get to where I'm going using my thoughts, my words, and my vibe. I don't think about the world of man. It's none of my business. They can go be crazy over there. I'm only responsible for me. And that's ultimately how we will evolve past this, by showing people that they individually are responsible for their own toxicity. Toxic energy is the new smoking. Right? You don't have to participate in that. You don't have to participate in rooms where toxic energy is being served up. You certainly don't have to participate in your own toxic energy because it feels terrible. Heal yourself of that. Grant it to yourself that you are nothing but peace and light and love, and watch the world change. Language your solutions, not your problems. Watch your world change. Right? Be in control. You will never be in control of the external world, but you can get control of you to the point where you're only seeing the beauty, right? Where you're only languaging the beauty, where your entire life is only focused on the beauty of where you're going, because you're looking forward to what you're manifesting, and you're looking forward to everything that you have within your control, and you're consciously choosing all of that, your happiness, your place in life, your financial position, right? Know that you have that level of personal power. Know that you can do anything to and of yourself. If you're not happy, it's because you're not allowing yourself to be happy. So what can you do to get to happy? whatever it takes, right? I was originally doing that Me 100 exercise where I was so crazy. Oh my God. I was really struggling back then. Anyhow, know that you have the power to find your way to happy, to be nothing but that, right? And anything that's not that, you can just shut out. Anyways, that's where we are today. I hope that was helpful. I do have a few more quilts for sale. I have this really fun Halloween one, which I just did, which has Pan. Pan and his flute, the little, half goat guy. Anyways, he's on the quilt, and it's a really fun quilt. I really enjoy it because it's half piecework, half art quilt. Right. So anyways, that's for sale. Always check out my Etsy shop if you're at all thinking about buying a quilt. I would love to be able to sell you one of my original works. Anyways, that's where we are today. I hope you're doing well, and I will talk to you next time. All right, bye.